Tunis International Radio, English program.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome on Tunis International Radio. You are listening right now to the daily edition of English language program presented by Huda bin Sheikhounair and Studio 1 with my colleague Nawal Tali for the technical engineering. Hope you're having a nice time and enjoying yourself on this very special day. Today, our guests speak about a very interesting topic. They are from the International Institute of Debate. So we are starting right now with our guests. As I announced, we are having Elyes Guermazi, Executive Director. Hi, Elyes. And Hamida Jridi, member of the International Institute of Debate. The organism is quite active and all the time is a faithful here guest, Elyes, with the various initiatives that you are starting in order to promote youth and to try to encourage spirit of leadership and in various ways. I've been having a look at the page and I've seen that you are having quite two interesting events. So let's start with the first one, which is the CAFETALK Ambassador, quite innovative initiative. So would you tell us a little bit about it?
Okay, so first of all, thank you very much for hosting us.
Welcome.
As usual. So the International Institute of Debate, which is an organization who started in 2013 and working on promoting young people voices in the public sphere, launched lately the program CAFETALK, which is the idea of 3 young people from SPACs, high school students who participated before in a project with us and who won, and now we are supporting them to make the project into practice. So the CAFETALK is an easy concept. It's a gathering of 10 people around the cafe with a moderator and a reporter and a community manager. And we started the initiative in 10 regions for the moment. It's an initiative funded by the US Embassy in Tunis, and the main idea is to open a space for young people to discuss about their issues, and also mainly to counter violence extremism, since people who are joining the extremist group are unfortunately don't have the space and they feel weak, and that's why they go and join them. So that's why our idea in order to fight extremism is to make them discuss about their issue and also to see the solution and concrete solution that they can put into practice.
So here you are going, the main topic is going to be extremism, or are you going to speak a little bit about the issues that are concerning the various communities?
So extremism for us is the main theme that we are working, like the umbrella that we are working, on which we are working, but the topics, it can be related to anything. It can be related to, as an example, we made before topics about education, also about environment, and some others about violence. So it depends on the community issue. We don't want to force them to choose the topic, and it's them who choose the topic. And for us, we organize some CAFETALKs in which we choose the topic that we want to make, and that's why we are launching the program CAFETALK Ambassador, in order to have more people who know the exact concept of CAFETALK, and also they can promote the project in their communities, and also they can guide anyone who is interested to host a CAFETALK in their own communities in an easy way.
So it's really right, and it's really great so to have this CAFETALK. So this is a good initiative, but what's the role actually of the ambassador, the CAFETALK ambassador? And how are they going to, how are you preparing actually the CAFETALK ambassador? Yes,
a huge part of the program will be training these people to represent the CAFETALK team in the communities and to be the trainers of the moderators, reporters, and community managers and hosts of the CAFETALK in the regions. Basically, they will know the rules, they will know the structure of the CAFETALK, they will know what kind of themes, what kind of topics to talk about, and they will represent us to make it happen in the communities, because our goal is to reach out to more people so we can fix more problems and get to more communities. So basically we need people who will be representing and who will know the program enough to pass it and reach out to more people.
So how is it going on? I mean, here this debate. What are the rules for debating in a CAFETALK?
It's very simple. We didn't want to make it complicated so people don't
get confused
and think that it's a hard thing to organize. It's very simple. It's 90 minutes of discussions, structures in a certain way where you start with discussing the problem, the reasons of this problem, defining what are the most important terms that you are going to be using in your theme, and then that will take us to a 5-minute wrap that's done by the reporter, and then we can go and talk about the solutions for this issue. What could we do? What have we done? What could have been done differently that could have changed the reality of our community? And then The last part, which is also 25 minutes long, is about choosing the ultimate solution for the problem. The goal of CAFETALK is to actually do things that are feasible, to find solutions that could be done right away, that could be implemented the next day. So an important part of the structure is to find the main points, that basically an action plan for a solution that could be implemented.
Right. It's really nice.
Thanks.
So I suppose here, to prepare an ambassador, actually you are preparing a leader.
So it's basically a fellowship that we will create, and the ambassador will go through a process of a training, whether online or offline training. And the good thing is that the ambassador don't have to be even from any he can be from any region of Tunisia, but also he can be from abroad, because the CAFETALK concept went abroad in Jordan, Algeria, Morocco, and like we are trying to expand more. And now because yesterday was the last day of the application, we got applications from Gambia, from Ghana, so people are really interested in the concept, and the ambassadors after that we'll go through trainings through Skype, and also on face-to-face training in our office or even in the region. And those trainings will be about communication skills, public speaking, how to moderate a CAFETALK, but also how to resolve the issue in your community, how to put in practice a project. So it's basically everything related to social issues, and how we can find out solutions to them, and how we can implement those solutions into practice, and how we can advocate for the best solutions to the decision makers in order to implement them part of the strategy of the government. Because most of the time what we heard in the past 5 years or 6 years is the government is responsible of everything, we as a youth are not represented. So now it's the time to think how we can be represented as a youth, and also what kind of alternative we have to be represented, and in the end, what are the concrete suggestions that we have to the government that he can adopt part of his strategy, and then we can play them if they don't take in consideration our suggestions.
Is that right? Exactly. So that's what I wanted to ask you. I mean, here, are you considering the thing that proposing these suggestions to the government and making the government listen to you, the states and the ministers also?
Yes. And what happened before is in the launching event that we have Saturday, June 4th of June. We got the presence of the first consultant of the Ministry of Education, who was present to hear the solutions suggested before, because now we organized until now almost 59 or 54 CAFETALKs for more than 600 youth around the Tunisian regions, and we got a lot of suggestions, and that's why the platform, which is cafetalks.org, will gather all those information. So also the idea is to help the civil society organizations to find out what are the main issues in each specific community in Tunisia, in order not to duplicate the same project in the same place, because that's one of the issues in which we are living in Tunisia right now. Is we find 3 or 4 NGOs working on the same issue, working on the same target, but in the end they are not
doing a great job, because there is more than that, there is no collaboration between them.
Exactly.
So everyone is working alone.
The lack of communication definitely hinders the...
And that's why
a lot, and even the outcome is not really sufficient.
Through CAFETALK, they can reach out to the initiator of the idea, and also they will reach out to that, like the citizen of that specific community, because we find different NGOs who are working on many regions, but they are not in that specific region, and they don't have ambassadors there. So now it's the time to tell them, well, you can go on our platform, you can find the contact information of those youth who has ideas and creative ideas, and they can take them and host them part of their strategy and their work. So that's what's the main concept of CAFETALK in general. So
it's so nice so far. So what is really good is that you already started working, and you had you told me 54 meetings so far, CAFETALK so far. So how can you evaluate the CAFETALK so far? Are they at the beginning? Is it good? Is it fruitful? How is the experience? So far for us, it's going very well, and the proof is many people who were part of CAFETALKs as participants, they now started to start their own CAFETALKs and host their own CAFETALKs in the region. Nice. And also some of the ideas and solutions
that they came up with, they started to implement it. As an example, in Bizerte, one of the solutions that they found is to start orientation for high school students session to help the baccalaureate students to go through a process of guidance and so on. And they will start it in July 15th when they will organize the orientation in Bizerte. So, and many other examples that we found, they started to implement, but some others are struggling to start because some ideas are not really feasible for the moment. Like, it takes time to organize them, and also it takes resources. So, and that's why we try in the first experiences that we got, we learned a lot, and we try to manage to change a bit the concept and arrange it according to the feedbacks we received from the participants. And that's why now it's a bit more flexible, it's a bit more precise, where people will come up with an ultimate solution that they can put in practice even the day after they started they organized the CAFETALK.
So really nice. So here what is really nice about this experience is that it is not virtual. So it's not going online, people are meeting face to face, they learn how to debate, they learn the rules of debating and how to make it.
Actually, I think what's better about this is that it's not just face-to-face conversations or just online debates. It's both, because our platform, our CAFETALKs.org, is going to be sort of a database for these solutions and these problems and these themes. People are not going to discuss them and forget about them, but no, we're going to have the reports online available for everyone who want to work on the same issue or who want to implement the same solution in their communities. So it's open for everyone, online and face-to-face. That's what I personally like about the fact of
it's really nice. Even at home, when you finish with the coffee talk, you can go on the coffee talk again and again.
Yes, exactly.
So about the ambassadors, for those who want to be ambassadors, you told me that the deadline was yesterday, so there are no possibility for others who want to create their own coffee talk or they want to be ambassador can apply for it now.
So in order to start a CAFETALK, it's very easy. They just need to go on our platform, CAFETALKs.org, and then they can find host a CAFETALK, and they can host their own CAFETALK. For the ambassadors, for the moment, we just received a lot of applications. They can still apply, and we can consider them in the next application that we will have. And then we can always contact them as soon as we have the need, because the need is always depending on the regions like number of people who applied in the regions, and also the profile of people and so on. So now we are in the selection process, which will take 3 or 4 days, and then we will see if we will start a new application or not. But the application is still open. The deadline is over for the moment for the last application, but the application is still open for the moment.
Especially for the regions that you want to reach.
Exactly. Yeah. But also something that I wanna point out too is it's true that it's not online, but we have a part where we have in the CAFETALK itself a community manager. We have a group for which is for more than, I think, 8,500 members on Facebook, and in this group people share all the codes or the arguments and so on who are discussed in the CAFETALK, but people can interact with the CAFETALKers when they are gathering together, because we don't want to limit it to 10 per person. We also want to involve other people who are outside of that region, or maybe they couldn't be part of the 10 participants, because it's only limited to 10 participants, so they can participate online, and that's also the concept. So it's a mixture between online and face-to-face debate.
Nice. So for all those who are interested, here you have the database, here you have the link, and it's CAFETALK ambassadors, CAFETALK.org. CAFETALKs.org. So for those who want to have more details, they can join in. You can be a participant, you can share, you can comment, you can react. So you can say whatever, and be an active citizen, be an active young person who is really involved in the issues of today's Tunisians and today's youth.
Tunis International Radio English Program.